Hello everybody. And this has been a long time coming. I've been talking about doing this for a while. And that's culling my green jade shrimp colony. So, take a look at these guys. Like I've said, I've always bred them for the super dark green. And that's what I've always gone after. So you can see there. So there really isn't that bad now. They're super dark green, dark shells, green legs. That's the goal. The yellow, the ones with the yellow stripes, I usually try to cull them out. But it's not a super high priority, but I do get them. There's a nice buried one. So, luckily, with these guys, I've done a pretty good job when I first got them of culling them. And so, before their numbers got real high, I culled super hard. And that's what we end up with. But what we're looking for mainly, let's see, the ones that aren't completely colored, to have irregularities in them. And I mean, I really don't see a whole lot. There'd be one that ain't got the best color, got some splotchiness to it. Let's see. There's one that's kind of dull colored. That'd be a low quality green jade that would need to come out right there. That one's not super good either. That one's pretty good. As you can see, that's what we're doing. I mean, I've bred them for my personal preference to be the darkest green possible. There are some that almost look black. I may take some of those out. They're super dark. You can't really even tell they're green. But when you zoom in on them, you can tell those are a shade of green. So that's the one, and there are some that are kind of blue looking, and we are on the hunt for those as well. But really, these guys are in pretty good shape, according to me. I know some people want the green crayon orange, but that's not what I was after with these guys. I've gone after the super dark green. So if you're looking for a green crown, this wouldn't be the line for you. But if you appreciate the super dark colored Asian green, stand out in a planted tank, That's what we're after. So, got my net and specimen container. And first I'm going to see what I can catch without baiting them all in one spot. And then we'll put out some algae wafers and I'll venture out into the same area. There's a real bad right there, irregular coloration. There's another one, light colored. But yeah, that's what we're trying to do here. Alright, let's see what we can catch. Okay, so these are the ones that I've got. They're bad color, irregular color. You can tell, like some of them are like too blue looking. Like some of them have a little bit of blue out on them if you look at them in the right light, or they kind of appear to be teal. But some do get kind of blue looking, and I got a lot of those. Got some with the stripes, the yellow stripes. And some that just, there's a couple that are kind of clear. Some ones that are kind of brown looking. Like this one right here, it's almost like a light blue color or something, and not right full regular color. That one's, look, the ones that look almost black when you get real close to them have a light on them. Let's see, turn that light on and you can tell maybe a little bit blue. You can see the striped ones. That one's kind of brown looking. That one's like black. A couple clear, little clear one. You can see them kind of going after here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to set the bait out, and the bait, these Hikari algae wafers. So I'm going to put in about, we'll go 4. I usually put about 3 or 4 in, but we're going to catch these guys out. I always put the bait over here in the open area. Then we'll check in, and there's one I missed. It's almost like a really one. It's kind of weird. So we're going to put the bait. That's real good. It all stays right there together, right there in the open. Then we'll check in about a half hour. And they'll all be starting to gather up pretty good by then. That's a double-edged sword though, because when you start getting all of them together and you're trying to pick out just one of a crowd, that can be kind of tricky. But it's a good way to get all the shrimp in the tank gathered in one spot. Then you can see what you're dealing with. So much progress you've made. So we'll check back in here in about a half hour. Alright, exactly a half hour later, and this is what we got. Now you get a better idea of the ones that we need to go after, the yellow looking ones, the backstripe ones, and those are hard to find when you ain't got them all gathered up here. Super red pleco, what's up, dude? Super red long fin pleco. Then you still got They're still making their way over because there's still tons on the rocks. Sponge intakes. They're still, I think I've got more of these shrimp than I did any other shrimp, and that's saying a lot. So now I got an idea, but it's going to be tricky just to catch one or two in particular. So Plucko coming through like a snowplow. Get out of the way, shrimps. That's a good looking Plucko. That's for sure. Okay. We'll catch some more and add to our cull collection. And I'll check back in here in a little bit. Alright, so that ended up not being as bad as I thought. Now, of course, when you have 3,000 shrimp in a tank, like in a 75-gallon tank, you're not going to get them perfect. But I got the... Well, there's still a few backstripe ones I'm going to try to get at, but there's way less. There's still some in there. You can see. Yeah, they're looking pretty good, I think. A few backstripe ones. I mean, I'm worried about those. I'm trying to get those, but the ones I'm really after. Look at how big. That shrimp there is enormous. That one's been in there a long time. And some of them got the yellow stripe turned into almost a yellow shrimp, like the stripes turned into like half the color of the shrimp. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of green jade culls in there. And there's some in there that are perfectly good, but you try sticking a net in there and getting just one, and sometimes when you get a good one in with the bad one, you just take the hit, I guess, when you got this many. And it's such a pain in the butt. It's like, you know, this ain't my full-time job. If it was, I would, but I'm just a hobbyist. That's turned into a second job for sure, but anyway. I'm trying to get this done, and if a handful of good ones get thrown in the cull tank, that's alright. But I tried my best. Some of these yellow striped ones are enormous, and full of eggs. A lot of them are full of eggs. Because always I've noticed the bigger they get, the more, like some of them are smaller and they don't have a back stripe. And the bigger they get, the bigger the stripe. So, like that one has like, almost like a rusty trait, kind of maybe, I don't know. Like if you see the younger ones that are just getting their yellow stripe. Like, let's see if I can show you. Oh, got to turn this light off here. The ones I was really after were the light colored ones. The ones that are almost yellow. I mean, I'm sure I'll call it a few more times, but I haven't called these guys in a bit, and there really wasn't that much to do considering the number of shrimp in here. So there's still a few in there I need to get out, and I will, but I mean, overall it's looking really good when you consider there's still shrimp all up in the crypts, shrimp on the filter intakes. That one Anubias probably has a dozen. That one Anubias sleeve probably has a dozen shrimp on it. So, and looking around, I mean, it all looks really good. Oh, we got a cat in here causing a ruckus. What are you doing? Hey! Don't be messing with phone short. Yeah. There's one of the other pets. So let's go put these guys in the cull tank. My favorite part of every cull video. Alright, we're back here at the cull tank, and let's see. Yeah, they still look pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of people selling green jades. They're way lower quality than these. So, I think for culls, these are looking pretty dang good. So, let's see. The rain of green jade shrimp. My favorite part. So exciting. Oh, look at them. So many green jades in the cull tank. Sure we get them all. I think we did. Take one more quick look. Yeah, there's just some snails in there. And there's an algae wafer in here. Couple. So when I close out this video, we take a look at the cull tank. Look at all those culls. All the different crazy color combinations. It's pretty awesome. Okay, everyone. Thank y'all for watching. Let's call them a green jade shrimp. Green jade shrimp. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.